What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode. You see the title of the video. You see who this video is about. But before we get started, guys, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram, social media, Twitter, all that good stuff at We Don't Cook Food. One more time, that's We Don't Cook Food. And if you guys didn't know, the actual name is The Kitchen. Obviously, where do you go in Orlando to get some heat? You know you gotta come to the kitchen. But now that that's out of the way, guys, I want to go ahead and talk about the real content in this video. We're going to be talking about none other than Mr. Wheelchair Jimmy, aka Mr. Aubrey Drake Graham, aka who would have ever thought that this guy would ever get this big. But enough of that, guys. This video is going to be about Drake's newest sneaker collab, potential for an Air Force One coming out next year, release date of 2021 for right now. Retail would be about 110 as usual, you know, for Air Force Ones, but I wanted to kind of go ahead and dive into Drake's relationship and history with the Air Force Ones. We all know that he's got that Nike deal. We all know it's checks over stripes. But yeah, guys, I wanted to go ahead and talk about, you know, this potential for a Nike collab. I wanted to go ahead and examine his previous Jordan collabs and really get an idea of how these Air Force Ones might do. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that the Air Force One hype is very real. The memes are going crazy, you know, the black Air Force One energy, people looting with them, whatever. But these Air Force Ones are definitely going to be hyped in general. I think they chose a great sneaker to do a collab with. It'll be Drake's first non-Jordan collab as well. As you guys can see here, Drake is definitely a fan of the Air Force One, wearing them on many different occasions, anything from, you know, courtside games for the Raptors final series last year. You can see him wearing them here, as well as the Travis Scott Air Force Ones here. The guy's clearly a fan. You can clearly style them with anything. Coke Whites, classic, you know, but again, I think it's a really good decision on their part to go ahead and do this collab, just because previously I don't think that his Jordan collabs were that successful in terms of hype or hype sneakers at all. So I wanted to go ahead and dive into Drake's Jordan relationship and his history of collabs, starting off with the OVO Jordan 10. This was first released in February 2016, February 13, 2016 for a retail of $225. As you guys can see right here, they were released in black and white. I don't know about you guys, but they're not my favorite. The Jordan 10 is just not my favorite model in general, but not to mention the collab was just really nothing special. I went ahead and threw up the actual resale numbers right here for the individual white and black Jordan 10 OVO. So I want to get your guys' opinion, man. Honestly, the numbers aren't too crazy on them, as you guys can see right here. I'm always going to do my size 13 for reference, but 348 up to 400, that's not terrible, but again, you've had to have been sitting on them for the last 4 years plus, so I don't know, those weren't too much of a great investment. But let me know what you guys think, man. Do any of you guys actually own the OVO Jordan 10? Do you wear them? Do you love them? Let me know. So the next thing I wanted to go ahead and talk about was his next Jordan collab, which was the OVO Jordan 12. These followed suit in October 1st of 2016 for a retail of $225. As you guys can see them right here. These also released in black and white. Personally, again, I'm not that big on the Jordan 12. You know, I think they're great on some people's feet. I think that they can be styled well. I think I just look goofy with them. So let me know what you guys think, man. These right here, as you guys can see, not doing too bad. The retail, again, was only $225 for these OVO Jordan 12s. They released in these black and white colors. My size 13, man, last sale $805 for the white. Honestly, that's insane. As you guys can see right here, the black, not doing too bad either, $580. But again, you would have had to been sitting on these pairs for the last 4 years plus, so I don't know. I guess if you were a real OVO fan back then, it would have been worth it. Now the next sneaker I want to go ahead and look at was Drake's Jordan 8 OVO collab. As you guys can see right here, we actually touched these. They released February 16, 2018 for a retail of $225. Now this was around the time when I was really cooking and I didn't really know what was really worth too much other than the obvious, so I wanted to go ahead and snag this OVO Drake collab, and as you can see, man, the numbers weren't too crazy on them. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan. I think that they're kind of ugly. But again, no shade on the Jordan 8 or anybody that can actually style them. My size right here in the black going for 300 or so. The sizes aren't too crazy. Most of them are in the 300s, as well as the white right here doing a little bit better. And you guys can see again, I dug up this picture from the archives. We did actually hit on them, but again, it took a minute for them to sell, and here we are. Now the last collab I wanted to talk about was the Drake OVO Jordan 4 collab, originally released last year, literally almost a year ago to the date, on June 2nd, 2019. Retail for these was $200, as you guys can see. Now these were released pretty much in hype with the Toronto Raptors going to the NBA Finals. I think they came out while the finals were going on, or like right before, but people went crazy. The regular Raptors 4s had dropped already, and the next thing you know, there's a special Drake OVO collab. As you guys can see here, they went ahead and added Drake's signature to the actual tongue. You know, it was a big deal for Toronto. I'm happy for them. I'm happy he had this collab. But I just wanted to go ahead and show these numbers to you guys. I know a lot of people that actually cop these OVO Drake 4s. Unfortunately, they haven't gone up too much, but as with most of these, I'm assuming they'll go up. Again, retail was only 200 on these, so I don't think it was a bad pickup. They're not ugly or anything by any means. The colorway's fire. You know, it's like an ode to the Toronto Raptors, so I respect it. And lastly, the last thing I want to talk about with you guys is what the actual mock-up for the Drake OVO Air Force One could look like. Personally, I think it's going to be something simple and clean with his OVO branding. Most of his colorways have something to do with white, black, and gold, so I expect nothing less from this Air Force One. I've seen most of Drake's collabs. It's a lot more minimalistic. So this mock-up right here is supposed to be an accurate example of what it should look like. Classic white, cocaine white, coke white, Air Force One right here, with the actual OVO logo on the back in gold, you know, highlighting that. Another example could be this photo right here where he's actually wearing this pair of unreleased Air Force Ones, so people speculate that these might actually be them. You know, it's definitely fitting for him, just a nice clean sneaker, but honestly, resell predictions, I think that it'll do really well. Air Force Ones, like I said, are very in right now. Most recently, Supreme actually dropped these Air Force Ones right here that you can see. Of course, you know, we had to cook them. The numbers on them aren't doing too bad. You know, with retail being only $96 or basically $100, you know, by the time taxes and shipping and all that, I think it will be worth the pickup. I think that just because it's an OVO collab, it's going to be worth at least double at the minimum. So you're going to make at least $200, you know, but I don't know, guys. Personally, I think it's just going to be something really simple, really clean, probably incorporate the OVO aesthetic or like little logo on it, but let me know what you guys think, man. What are Air Force Ones called in your city? Would you rock them? Are you going to cook them? What do you guys think, man? And again, you know, things are really crazy in this country right now, but I just wanted to make a couple more statements on that. I hope that something changes immediately. You know, it's very disheartening getting on social media all the time and constantly seeing negativity, but, you know, people are upset. It's for a reason. So I really hope that, you know, something changes as soon as possible. And you know, it's just it's very hard, man. It's hard to be a reseller right now. It's hard to be a sneaker enthusiast, whatever you want to call it, and pretend like things matter when really, you know, there's people being killed every day, people being abused every day, beaten. So yeah, guys, I'm never gonna not be who I am, and I'm always gonna speak my opinion. And if you don't agree, that's okay, but just let me know what you guys think, man. I hope that things get better for everybody. Let me know if you guys would cook them, flip them, rock them. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. I'm definitely trying to make longer videos and just give you guys some cool content. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for cooking with us. And as always, stay safe. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. Take it easy, guys. Peace.